actually met at a community service camp called Starring in our first year of SMU. Thinking back, it was quite an amazing coincidence because I actually didn't intend to go for this camp in the first place, but everyone else was trying to clear their community service and I saw them queuing up and I totally FOMO. I think it was pretty much the same for you, right?
Yeah.
And the best part is, we were randomly selected to be mass dance partners. After that, we became life partners. Not bad, not bad. Following the camp, we actually still hung out a lot and we bonded over our hatred of 8:15 AM Monday morning classes.
Yeah, that's how we met. My first impressions of Daniel. The first time I saw Daniel, he was participating in a freshie skit or dance performance during one of the camps. His character was a very muscular and macho Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, and he was flexing a lot on stage, and I thought that was a little bit weird. The first time I actually met Daniel in person was during another camp that took place right after the Bubbles performance. We were introduced as groupmates, and I remember thinking, is this the Bubbles that I saw yesterday?
Actually, I thought, wow, this girl very small.
He was extremely cheery and energetic, and he went around saying hello to everyone in the group.
I remember trying to talk to everyone and getting a somewhat enthusiastic response from everyone, but
Please remember that this was just after a very intense 3-day camp in Sarimbun, which is in the jungle. So honestly, I was a bit horrified at first because I couldn't understand who would be so chirpy at 8 AM in the morning.
when I started talking to her, she didn't give me much of a response.
I myself was a bit grumpy because I was very tired,
I thought that she didn't like me.
and I was just wondering, who is this person? Why is he trying to talk to me? Can he leave me alone? Because all I wanted to do was sit in a corner and stone.
She looked like she'd rather be anywhere else but here. But good thing I didn't mind, I just kept talking to her. We talked more during the camp and we found that we could click really well.
As it turns out, Daniel's enthusiasm and optimism, even when we are stuck in crappy situations, are now some of the things that I love most about him. Because he helps me to look at things from a very different perspective, and he's always able to make me laugh even when I'm angry and I don't want to.
Once she was less tired, we was more willing to share and talk. So that's my first impression of Claudia. Something interesting about Claudia, okay, despite her small frame, she has a surprisingly large lung capacity. If you've actually spoken to her, you realize that she speaks very, very fast. Probably in this interview, you won't be seeing her speaking that fast because she's trying very, very hard. I actually believe that she's spoken the longest sentence in one breath that I've ever heard. I think that she should be a rapper. This translates really well into storytelling. She has the most passionate storytelling I've ever heard. Try asking her about anything, you'll likely hear a really interesting story. So yeah, that's something interesting about Claudia.
Is Daniel romantic? I wouldn't say he's romantic in the traditional sense. He doesn't buy me flowers because he knows I won't take care of them and that they will wilt the next day. He doesn't buy me chocolates because he knows I will eat the whole box in one sitting, so there's no point. But he shows his love in many other ways, through his actions every day. He volunteers to wash all the dishes because he'd rather his hands get rough instead of mine. He cleans up after our pet rabbit because I always get splinters from touching the wooden pellets. He surprises me with Mac's breakfast all the time, which I'm sure people on my Instagram can attest to. He's romantic because he puts me above himself all the time, and I think that is what counts.